right, I think I'm on. Awesome. Yes. I think I'm on. I think I'm live. Hello, 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 everybody. Valerie Lewis right here coming to you live from the suburbs of Washington, D.C. So, today I got a question for you guys. Have you ever had commission constipation? You know, when you're stuck earning a certain amount of money in your business, and no matter how hard you push to get more, nothing's coming out. Sounds gross, right? I know, it is. So the question is, how do I put more financial fiber into my business? Well, you know what? I got the answer for you guys, and it's all coming up. All right, so yeah, I know my topic is a little, but it's really important that we discuss this today. So for those of you that are tuning in for the very first time ever, I want you guys to make sure you share this out, because trust me, you're going to love this. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself while you do that, okay? Share, like, and definitely subscribe. My name is Valerie Lewis, of course, and I am CEO of Victory with Valerie, where it's my mission to educate, enlighten, and empower you, the entrepreneur, so that you can have victory in your professional online marketing. So, this is actually something that I was trying to figure out, you know, how do I do this? How do I start making money online? And once I finally started to do it, that was great, because I just wanted to be sure that I could make money, okay? Like, can this actually be done? Are people really doing this? And then once that happened, it's like, okay, well, you get to a certain point, you're really happy with the results that you're getting, but you're ready to get to the next level. You want to go even further. What do you do? And I found that a lot of us hit a plateau, you know, so when that happens, don't worry, because I've got some tips that'll definitely help you out. So I'm going to give you 4 tips today on how you can get some more financial fiber. Y'all ready? Here we go. Number 1, you got to understand, okay, that you're going to need a system. You do not want this to be a one-man band. This is not going to work if you are trying to build not only a profitable business, but a sustainable business and continue hitting new thresholds. Okay, so if that's the case, you know, don't try to go at this alone. Don't try to learn it all before you go out there and make any money. Don't try to learn it all, period. Okay, because you're not going to get to that point. So you definitely want to have a system. And my dear friend and mentor, Keisha Bass, always tells me, you know, a system stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. Okay. And that definitely helps you to do that. So you won't have to exert so much energy into increasing your commissions if you have a system. So go ahead, get yourself a system. I personally have a couple of systems that help me with my businesses online, so I don't have to put in as much time. I don't have to physically be there in front of my computer, and I can still generate some really amazing commission amounts. And they do pile up really quickly, so it's definitely helpful. A system is going to help you to build up your business and then maintain the proper environment for you to continue to increase with your progress and your profit. All right. So it's close to impossible if you ever plan on reaching a level where you're going to earn residual income if you don't have a system in place. Okay. So if you want to know about the system that I use, I made sure that I put it inside the description box where you can learn the top earner formula that I've learned and started applying to my business too. Now, let's move on to number 2. All right. Number 2 is your mindset. And here's the thing. I see a lot of people going around and they look at other leaders and things like that, and they see, you know, that person make the highest amount of commissions that they've ever heard of before, you know, and it kind of opens their eyes to the possibility of that. And so they see a leader and they're like, oh, that person hit a $20,000 month. Ooh, that's my goal. I want to hit a $20,000 month. And that's nice, but you are aware that there are people that make even more than that, right? There are people making $50,000 a month. Okay, 6 figures a month. All right, so I don't want you to put a cap on yourself. I don't want you to put yourself in a box. And actually, my daughter and I were talking about this earlier, where there's this study. If you draw a circle around an ant, like if you put an ant on a white sheet of paper, you draw a circle around it, the ant will get stuck and will think that it's stuck and won't try to get out of the circle. So you want to ask yourself, who drew that circle around you? And sometimes it's ourselves. So that's even worse. So when it comes to, your mindset, I don't want you to put a salary cap on yourself, because no amount of effort is ever going to help you bust through, and get to the next level if you don't yourself believe that you can get to another level, or that another level even exists for you. If all you know is, oh, I want to hit, a certain income amount, or, oh, I want to be able to earn that free trip that my company's giving out. If that's all you focus on, and you don't plan for anything bigger, and you don't realize, there is an infinite amount of possibilities out here for you, then you're going to put yourself in that bubble. Okay. So the question is, do you only believe in the things that you can see? Or do you see the things that you believe? Whoa, big shift there. The things that you believe that can happen, the things that you have that are part of your vision, and what you see for yourself, your life, how you want that to be, how you're going to use your business as the vehicle to get you where you want to go. Can you see that already before it's even happened, and believe that this is going to happen to you before you ever even see it? Because most people don't. Most people don't have, they really don't have a belief level. They talk and talk and talk. Oh, I want to be successful. Oh, I want to have a great business. But they really don't do anything because they don't believe that they can. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I recently came across this really cool mastermind called The Deep Abyss, where it's private coaching sessions that we have every single month. It's kind of like a mentoring program, where you won't just get the current live mastermind sessions, but you'll also get all the previous mastermind sessions as well. So even though this has been going on for years and years and years, you can still get access to all of those ones in the past that would also be able to help you, move forward, break out of your shell, break out of your comfort zone, and help you get to the next level. So that's really great too. And it's definitely another way to help you pour that financial fiber into your daily business activity, and make sure that you are no longer in commission constipation, and you can move forward and really start having the having that cash flow. Okay. Number 3. Make sure I didn't leave out anything, because I did take notes. I didn't want to leave anything out. So number 3 is action. Action. Because here's the thing, when you believe in something, right, and it's just a part of your psyche, it's just a part of your makeup, you always operate and take action based on the things that you believe. We think a lot of thoughts, right? And that's where a lot of people have a misconception about, like, law of attraction and stuff like that. They've heard thoughts become things. No, your beliefs become things. Your beliefs actually shape your entire reality. Okay, so it's one thing to, get yourself a training or get a system where it helps you to make the mindset shift, but then it's another thing to take everything that you learn and then put it into action. Okay, you've got to do that. You've got to take some action, some massive action, if you want to create some dramatic results in your business and have this drastic life change, right? If you're tired of living from paycheck to paycheck, or you're tired of having to answer to a boss, then you want to get yourself to a point that you don't need that boss. That boss be you, okay? You be your own boss. And have that financial and the time freedom that you're looking for. So when you're looking to do that, going to have to take some massive action. Okay. And, I see a lot of people, including myself, this has happened to me, where you get stuck in training mode, right? You're pouring in all this money into this next new course or this next new event, and you sit there and you take all these notes and you just learning and learning and learning. You're like, yeah, I know what to do now. But then you don't do it. And that's what one of my mentors mentioned to me. He said, you know what, Val, it's not that people don't know what to do. It's just that they're not doing it. And so again, that's a mindset thing. So you definitely need to have the mindset in place before you try to move forward with the action, because a lot of people have it backwards, and because they don't truly believe that they're going to be able to tap into the success, and what they're really doing subconsciously is sabotaging themselves, because they're thinking, you know what, if this happens, if this bad thing happens to me, I'm out. And they end up attracting that to them. It's like, okay, well, if I don't get my first sign up in 10 days, then I quit. I give up and I'm just go back to my job. Well, it took you more than 10 days to get your job, right? A lot of people went to college. They had to get the 4 years or more of training. You know, there was a lot of work that got put into that. So you got to put in a lot of work into your business. Got to take action. Okay. And another thing that I hear a lot is, oh, Val, I tried that. I tried it, but it didn't work. Val, what's up? What's going on? Listen. Could you imagine if a child did that? If a child had that kind of mentality, right? Could you imagine if a baby, you know, attempted to take a step, and then because it wasn't a perfect step, or because they didn't fully understand the concept of walking, right? And their legs got wobbly. Could you imagine that baby just quitting and totally giving up on ever trying to walk ever again? But they don't do that. You ever look into a baby's eyes when they're trying to learn how to walk? They've got their eyes on the prize. They're trying to get to a certain destination. And when they do that, that is all they see. They've got that vision in front of them. I am going to make it from where I am right now to over there where I'm trying to go, right? Over there to that coffee table, over there to that other couch, you know, wherever it is they're trying to get to. And they will take a step, and as wobbly and imperfect as it is, they did it. And they will take another one, just as wobbly and imperfect, right? And they don't have to master the concept yet. This is how they get to mastery, putting it into action, right? So they take another step and another step, and they finally make it there, even though they just barely made it. They got to grab on, you know, things like that. But that's what we need to do too. Have that vision and let that be your motivation to take another step in your business. Okay. I mean, another example, if you ever saw, you know, kids around 4, 5, 6, right? They always want to learn how to ride their bike without the training wheels. And, you know, could you picture like a 5-year-old trying to do that, and because they fell off the bike a couple of times, you know, they totally give up, and then they just never learn how to ride a bike, right? They're like, I can't do it. I can't. And you know, those of you that's got kids like myself, you know that kids do get frustrated and they say they give up, but there's something inside of them that's like, you know what? No, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do this again, right? So 5 minutes later, 5 minutes after they said they totally give up, they typically come back. When it's something they're really passionate about, something they really, really want to do, they come back. And sometimes they say, you know, Mom, can you help me? You know, that kind of thing. Do that, right? Now think of you. Think of yourself. What skills have you mastered? What skills do you know now that was difficult at first when you were first learning it? Okay. So, you know, what got you to that point that you became proficient at what you know how to do now? Right? Whether it's walking, talking, riding a bike, driving, the skill that you learned in college that maybe now you're doing for a living. A lot of us went to college, got a degree, and we don't even do that. But whatever it is, like whatever the job is that you learn how to do, you had to go through training first. And at first it was new and uncomfortable, and you had to, you know, kind of feel your way through. But now, piece of cake, you know what you're doing. Well, you got to give yourself a chance to do that with your business too. Okay? Because when you think about it, and you think about, you know, what helped you become good at what you do. It wasn't just reading the book. It wasn't just watching the training video. It wasn't just listening to the instructor. It was you taking action and applying what you learned. consistent action so that you end up developing a habit, so it ends up becoming a way of life, a way that you operate. Okay, so if you want to get to the next level in your business, you cannot stagnate. This is why you get that commission constipation, right? So whether you're looking to go from the $50 commissions to $1,000 or $3,000 or $30,000 per month, or even if you're starting out brand new at zero, right? Then you've got to make a decision to commit to some action. You've got to make a commitment. There can't be any maybe, or I'll try it, or I'll test it out, or I might do it, or if this happens, then I'll keep going. Can't do that. Okay? So just like a good friend and mentor of mine, Sean Johnson says, you don't have to get it right. Just get it going. And one thing that I noticed about business is as you are doing that, as you're reaching out, connecting with more people, getting the feedback, as you're testing out more strategies, you actually start to autocorrect. You self-correct, because you'll go out there, you'll do some things, and if you don't get the results that you wanted from that, now you autocorrect. You make a few tweaks. You go out there, you fix it, and now you try it again, and then you get a better result. Or there's some things that just your audience is not looking for, so you can scrap that idea and move on to the things that are working and focus more attention on that. But see, you'll never be able to know what's working and what's not working, and you never have any tracking information if you don't take any action. All right. Okay. So here we go. Finally, we're going to get down to number 4. Just wanted to make sure I didn't have any questions or anything, because if you do have a question, make sure that you post it in the comments, in the chat. I'll be happy to answer. Okay. Also, same thing for the replay. So those of you that catch me on the replay, you'll be able to see it too. And you can post, and I'll see it and I'll respond. All right. So here we go. Number 4, fourth and final tip for the day: skill strengthening. Okay. Because let's face it, ongoing education is vital. You are not just going to learn this one time. When you first, those of you that are in network marketing and affiliate marketing and things like that, you can't just go through the training one time and then you think that is all you'll ever need to know to be able to hit the kind of income that you're going to need that translates into having more financial freedom, more time freedom, more choice freedom, where you can do the things that you want to do. You can travel wherever you want. You can help more people. You can help your family. You can give back to your community, give back to your church or your synagogue or whatever. It's going to be really difficult if you only think that you just have to learn a little bit of stuff and then you're done forever. Life is education, all in and of itself, right? So, you have, there are lawyers, doctors, even cosmetologists have to do ongoing training, right? Even actuaries, and they make some really good money. That's what I would be doing right now if I wasn't working from home. I'm so glad I found working from home because it's way easier. But even actuaries have to continue with their education. As a matter of fact, it's a requirement for all of those professions that I just named to continue their education. It's required. And this is why so many people who enter those types of fields are able to make above 6 figures in their careers, because, when you think about it, if you were to ask somebody, what should a person do if he or she wants to have a better income? The top answer is, they need to go back to school. Why? Why? Because people know that it is important for you to build your skills in order to pay the bills. Hello. Okay. People do that all the time. They do more on the job training, or they'll go back to school, and sometimes the job even pays for it, things like that. So because people do this, right, this is what causes them to position themselves better, to be eligible for that raise or to be eligible for that promotion, so that they can make more income. So that gives them more freedom in their lives. Because one thing about money, right, love it or hate it, whatever people are saying about it, listen, It's a resource. And it is the one resource, right? It's the one resource that you can take and get all the other resources in life with, right? You can take money, you can get water with money, right? But you can't get money with water necessarily, right? Your money can help you get water, food, clothing, shelter, right? It helps you pay the bills. It helps you have the electricity, right? Helps you get the transportation so you can travel where you need to be. Hello. So it is very important for you to have. And this is why so many people are working 20, 30, 40 years at a time out of their lives to get those paychecks, to help them create the type of life that they want. And so for you and your business, you'll want to remember that one of the things that's going to help you is for you to continue in your education. All right. So yeah, I mean, this is business. You're going to need to invest. You got to invest time or money or both, right? You will be continuing to buy more courses and things like that. It's just that as you're doing this, continue to implement. All right. And also think about this. When you are doing your continuing education, right? Make sure that you really commit to, if you're going to commit to having a business, you want to commit to your growth, and you want to think about this, right? How much time do most people commit to building their skill sets initially, right? I mean, high school is 4 years. Trade schools tend to be 2 to 4 years. College, 4 years or more, right? That is several years worth of a commitment. Now, my question is, why is it that so many home business entrepreneurs, they won't even commit to 4 months of building a skill, let alone 4 years, right? Isn't it crazy? Some people refuse to learn any skill sets at all, and they would rather opt for winging it or trying to fake it till they make it. Look, people can smell fake and phony a mile away, so stop that. It ain't working. I got a video about that. Okay, go watch that. But yeah, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Okay, some people even say this. Some people say, oh wait, I'm going to go and I want to make the money first and then I'll invest in my education. Where they do that at? That's backwards. That's crazy. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody saying, okay, I want to be a doctor. I want to make money being a doctor, but before I make any money at it, before I go and learn any medical stuff, before I go to med school, before I even go to college, I want to make some money first as a doctor, just to prove to me that it works and that it's worth it for me to invest. And then I'm going to go to med school. Backwards. It just does not work that way. Okay. All right. So, it's crazy. It's crazy when people say that because, you need education in order to make money in the first place because you need a skill set. Anybody who wants to make a living doing something, they have to build the skills. Even if you were going to get a paycheck from McDonald's, flipping burgers and frying them fries, you would have to go through their training. You have to go through their training before they're ever going to sign a paycheck to you. Same thing. Got to get the skills. Okay. So, what's worse, especially when I see inside of, online marketing, which is the reason why a lot of people think it's a scam or it's some kind of Ponzi scheme or it's like a pyramid scheme and stuff like that, is because people go out here doing this crap. Right? They will resort to desperate measures of doing things like spamming or sometimes just flat out lying to people in order to grow their business online. They got no skills. They've got no tools. They've got no system. They don't track what they're doing. They got nothing. And I'm sorry, but that just never works. Okay, so no wonder that person is sinking deeper and deeper into MLM quicksand. It's because, or getting even more and more commission constipated. It's because not everybody's going to go for that. That does not work. And that is really not the way to have an ethical, legitimate business. right? To just go around, you know, flying off the seat of your pants and trying to just throw the pasta up against the wall to see if it sticks. When there's a science to this, there's a method, okay? And it's very simple to learn. Won't always be easy, but you can definitely make it simple for yourself. All right. So once you embrace these 4 financial fiber solutions, you will be able to end your commission constipation and open up possibilities for your income and your life that will amaze you, and it will inspire others. So, if, like I said, if there's anything that you have questions about or anything like that, feel free to leave it inside of the chat. I'll be happy to answer you. You can also find me on social media. You see everything right here. But it's also inside the description box as well. So I look forward to seeing you, working with you. And hey, guess what? You might be catching me just in time, because I'm getting ready to start my next segment of my Internet Income Bootcamp, 100% free. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me, let me know so I can get you inside of our group. I typically run it from Facebook. I run that bootcamp from there, but we are opening it up to a few more really cool ways that you can participate into the group. So just reach out to me. You can send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm everywhere. Okay. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really hope you found value. And if you have, make sure that you share, subscribe, and like. All right. Thanks again. You guys have an amazing day.